every day.
Yeah.
There's someone that is like, oh my gosh, I love the show. You were my childhood. They get so emotional, and it's an amazing thing. And not every actor has that blessing to be part of something so loved and that has such longevity.
Okay, so right into it.
I'm very grateful for it. Yeah.
Yes. Me too. Me too. And almost every day, someone's like, "Oh my god!"
It blows my mind that after all these years, it still happens as often as it does.
It helps that it's playing on Disney Plus.
It does.
Yes, because it's a new generation of fans.
That's
Right.
what's I was saying this to someone the other day where I was like, what's really weird is I'm getting older, but like the people coming up to me are the same age. It's like this weird like space-time continuum. I'm like, y'all are the same age.
Yeah.
Why am I still like, it's very strange, but very, very sweet.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Okay, go.
I'm very curious. I was like, I've never had this conversation with you.
Yeah, well.
What was your audition process like? And what was it like? Because the first pilot was The Amazing O'Malleys.
Right.
Which you were in the pilot.
But what
with
was
me.
that like,
Yeah.
going in, doing this? And
Yeah. Well, I had done a different pilot with Selena. Did you know that?
I was aware of that. What was that
it was
called?
the spinoff of Lizzie McGuire. And I was cast as her mom. And it did not get picked up. But they obviously believed and loved the star they found in Selena, and they put her in something else, which was The Amazing O'Malleys.
Right.
And they brought me in to play her mom again. I did have to audition.
Did you test with? Did you
Yeah.
do with her chemistry
Yes.
stuff?
Yes. I'm trying to remember if it was
I know.
if it was the spinoff of Lizzie.
Oh, of that or that. But you did do some chemistry read for each show. Yeah.
Definitely. I think it was Wizards with I tested and there was a different mom.
There's no different mom, Maria. You're the only mom.
It's true.
I think I don't remember that she eventually was on our show.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Who was it?
I think
You don't have to mention
You know, I
it,
could be
but-
wrong, but she might have been Juliet's mom.
Oh, okay. Oh, that would have been
Juliet the
totally-
Vampire.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that was the actress. She was wonderful on our
But
show. It was
very
That also
different.
tested. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it started off with a different project, and then they brought me in for our show, and it was just a freaking blast.
So you shoot The Amazing
You
O'Malleys
know what
with
I
a
had,
different
guys?
Would you?
Because I'm a
Oh
weirdo.
yeah.
I had this
thought that
leather
looked
jacket on.
familiar.
I've had this leather jacket.
It's a
for
good one.
Over 20-something years. And I remember I tested and I had this leather jacket. Isn't that interesting?
I like
it is
it.
to me.
Were you one of those people though that would have lucky audition clothes?
Well, the
I
jacket,
sometimes-
the
I
leather
get-
jacket.
Yeah,
right?
well, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like it's lucky. I just think it's cool when I have memories and I have the object. Like I have the Wizards of Waverly Place umbrella holder that I have from the set
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
living room.
Maria Canals-Barrera stole the umbrella holder.
No,
She's like, don't put that on me.
Some things were given to us.
Yeah.
Remember? And then some things I kind of put
Got a little
under my
sticky
coat.
fingers.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
Well, it's okay. Listen, Disney.
And then they
the
can
whole
see
thing.
me.
I mean, it's
They're
all
like,
just
but
sitting in some place now.
Yeah.
No, they saw me. I said, "Yes, guys. I took the menu. Can I have it?" They're like, "Of course you can have it. You don't have to stick it under your
He
coat."
took a menu too.
No,
so
I
you
was-
were okay.
There's the menu
Yeah.
right
There you go. And you
Yeah.
know what else I have?
What do you have?
I have a napkin dispenser.
Oh my God! Look behind you, Maria.
we love the same
Great
things.
minds. Great
I love
minds.
it. That is so funny. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
my whole thing is
Yes.
I worked with the actor who played the original dad in the
He was
Amazing O'Malleys.
great.
He was very nice. He
was just
but we
different.
did.
He was great.
We did a. Did you like him better than me or?
No, he's just completely different and great. See, this is a thing that I've learned after many, many years, that when you don't get a part, it doesn't mean that you're not great. It means that you're not the piece that they're looking for in their puzzle. And it's about casting.
Yeah.
So he was great for a different story, for a different family that they had in mind, they
Yeah.
being the executives. And then when they changed the story a little bit more even, and were very specific, you were that perfect piece for that. And then they added Jake, and they changed. That's what I
changed
did love about Disney, and I've said this before in different interviews. And I think it's Gary Marsh. I think his heart has always really been in it for all the right creative reasons. Like he cares so much. And
Gary Marsh was the president of
Disney Channel at the time.
yeah, and he just knows what works and knew Selena would work and knew that the changes that were being made would work. And so, yes, I remember the first actor. He was fantastic. And then when they changed it, you were the perfect piece that fit in their new puzzle. And I mean, everybody was.
Yeah.
That's
it was a
another-
whole different show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Magic Shop, Substation,
Yeah.
twins, not twins.
Yeah.
2 kids, 3 kids.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there was a
Yeah.
lot of
And
things
he
that
was
were different.
disappointed. Of course, I've been replaced.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't-
not a good.
I've
Yeah.
been replaced.
It's happened to most actors. It's terrible in the moment, and then you talk to other actors and you realize that it's about casting, and that it's hard because we take things personally. It's part of the creative process, but then there's the business side where we have to separate ourselves. So it's this dance that we have to do.
Yeah.
But he's a very successful actor, so I'm sure
Yeah,
he's
we
fine.
worked together on
Yeah.
The Mentalist, which was great. And I've been fired. And when I got fired off of a show called Dave's World, which was the spinoff of Night Court,
Wow.
I called my dad and I was like, Dad, I mean, look, I was 22 years old, so I was happy to make the money. I still made the money.
Right.
But I called my dad and I said, they fired me. And he goes, welcome to the club.
What a
'Cause,
sweetheart.
You know, I don't
What
know.
a sweetheart he
Yeah,
was.
so it's like you don't have to let that stop you.
Right.
You know what I mean? If nothing, that made me more hungry
Yeah.
to prove myself. You know?
And you have to be that kind of person to survive in this business.
It's true.
You have to be a little crazy and never give up. It's like that.
Never surrender.
Remember Jim Carrey line where he's like, "So you're saying there's a chance?"
Yeah.
Right? Well, when they're like only 2% of Screen Actors Guild or 10%,
You're like, I can be the 2.
makes a living. I'm like, and I'll be part of that 2%.
Exactly.
God, that's what Jake
Yeah.
said to me on the phone recently. We had a nice heart to heart, and he was just saying all these really wonderful things.
Yeah.
And I guess he 100%. He was giving me a very big compliment.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Deloise, I'm just so impressed that you've been able to continue to work in this
Yeah.
business somehow." And I was like, "Well, thanks, Jake." But it was a very sweet
But
thing.
it's true,
But the fact
'cause
that
it's all
we
about
all get to do
perseverance.
this, and now Jen is a nurse. Isn't that
Oh
amazing?
my gosh, I boast about you for being such a smart actress and woman. You're so smart of you. Oh, I talk about it all the time when they ask me at the Comic Cons. I do
Yeah,
Comic
yeah,
Cons.
yeah.
Yes.
So because I voice Hawkgirl on the Justice League, and the fans are just as rabid as the
Yeah.
Wizard fans, and they overlap, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they talk to me about Wizards and about the Justice League, and they ask about everybody, and I love sharing how amazing it is that Jennifer had this discovery with type 1 diabetes, and now she learned all about it and became an advocate for herself and others, and she's a nurse and she's an actress. It's so smart. It's just, I really
appreciate it.
admire that so much.
And so, and it's so everybody's like, she quit acting to become a nurse.
No,
I'm like,
but you
no, I
didn't.
didn't.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's like it is so important for me, like to show that like you can have multiple passions and you can
Yeah.
do multiple things. I mean, I look at like all of the different like acting, like voiceover and theater and because I
Yes.
was doing some research on you. I know that's so weird since we spent so much time together.
Darling, you could just call.
But you know what I didn't realize, because I knew that you came from theater, because I know because I'm a theater geek. That's where I started, and I didn't realize that you had done the Glass Menagerie. You'd played Amanda like way back in the day, which that's one of my like bucket list plays. I've always wanted to play the sister, not Amanda, but the other
Right.
the
You
other
wanted
sister.
to be Laura.
Of course, but so I didn't realize that you had played Amanda in the Glass Menagerie, which is like one of my bucket list roles is to play Laura. So my theater geek like geeked out. So tell me about that experience, and then I'll pick like your theater brain a little bit more.
Okay. Well, that is like a pivotal role in my life. I did it in high school. Okay. So I did it twice. Actually, it's interesting. I'll get to it. My mom was, she's Cuban and my father's Cuban. They met on the beach in Miami, Crandon Park Beach. And my mom had all these gentleman callers. When she was growing up, she was very lovely. She and her sister, she won a beauty pageant in 1957, Holguín, Cuba. We have pictures of her on the float, waving to the crowd,
Yeah.
the coronation, the mayor walking her down. It's like a big, beautiful, we have these beautiful black and white sepia tone photos
Yeah.
of the event. And, then fast forward, she Castro takes over. She's in Miami. She can't go back to the country she loved and knew because it's no longer a free country. She has to stay in Florida. She meets my father on the beach. Life is hard and life is different. And so, but my mom would talk about Cuba and the park. And on Sundays, my grandmother would make her a new dress because she was a seamstress. She would make my mom and her sister Delilah a new dress. And the dances. They had bailes juveniles. They would have, you guys, masquerade balls for children.
Yeah.
Isn't that a freaking blast? It's like Halloween every month.
All the time.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this clip of Wizards of Waverly Pod. And for the full episode, go to the Wizards Pod YouTube channel. The link is in the description.
And for exclusive weekly bonus content, join our Patreon now. There's a link in the description for that too. Thanks for watching.
Bye now.